Hi everyone, I am Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty. Thanks for joining me today. If you like this video that I'm about to show, give me a thumbs up or subscribe below in the comments section. That would be great. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe to the button, the subscribe button, and click on the bell for notifications right down below, and you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you need any help with the Stampin' Up! Products I use to make this project, so all those will be linked on my blog, which will be in the description of the video, or just give me, just send me a message and I'm happy to help you out. Okay, so this is a fun explosion card. We did this for club and it was a big hit. So the reason why it's called an explosion card is when you open it up, it just kind of explodes right at you. So it's actually a very easy fold to do, and I'm going to show you how you did that. And so I use the Sunny Splash. You can use any stamp set, any paper you have. You can see it's pretty basic and simple on the front, so you can make it however you want, and then just use some paper that you have on the inside. But I am going to show you the products I used and where I found them. So the Sunny Splash stamp set is in the 2022-23 annual catalog. And so right here on page 41, this is the stamp set, and they give you some fun ideas, but this is where I found this one. The paper, so the designer paper, and I just want to point that out because it's in a different spot. It's actually in two different spots. There we go. So it is actually host paper. It's called Designer Daydream, and you get 48 sheets in the pack, different than the usual 12, and you get 4 of each pattern, and it is available only for hosts. So like my club members, when you're the host that month, you're able to choose this, or if you put in a personal order of $150 or above, that qualifies as like a party. So you can choose this whole pack of paper for only $18. It's tons and tons of paper, and it's also back here on the end of the catalog with the other host options, and it's up here. So just wanted you to be able to find where it was. And then the other stamps that I used, where I got the Woohoo and the Good Lookin', is actually in the Celebration catalog, and that stamp set is right here. And so if you make a purchase of $100 or more, you have the option to choose this stamp set for free, or there's other options in here as well. But you can kind of see that you can kind of do some really fun things with that stamp set. So that's in the Celebration catalog. Okie dokie, so let's get working here. So we're going to show you that card. I'll push that on the side, and I think I'm going to do my stamping first. This is actually my second attempt of this video because I didn't press play. I made the whole card and I just took a photo of me doing it. I didn't do the video. So you can kind of see that I already started. So I'm going to do the stamping first because some of these colors, specifically the Rich Raspberry and the Blackberry Bliss, tend to smudge. And actually, as I was doing that video that I thought was a video, I actually had this card and it even fell in the ink. So that's okay. So we have more options. So let me actually move those to the side. I have my inks all here, my bathing suits on them, and I'll tell you what colors I'm using. And this, let me tell you what size this is, 4.5 by 3.25. So I'm going to start with my mint macaron, or macaroon, however you pronounce it, and I'm just going to make like an arc. It's just an easy arc. They all fit in there. This is Petal Pink. This is Rich Raspberry, and I'm actually going to stamp another Rich Raspberry on scrap, and I'll show you why in a second, maybe a little longer than a second. And this is Daffodil Delight. They all fit on here really nice. And I'm actually just going to grab my Stampin' Pad because I'm going to use a photopolymer stamp. So this is that, I'm going to use Blackberry Bliss, and that's the Woohoo, which just kind of makes this fun. And it's like, woohoo, you fit in the bathing suit, or, you know, woohoo, you did it, or, you know, however you want to interpret it. All right, so I'm going to set that aside for a second. I'm going to stamp the inside. Actually, I'm going to do it on here. So we're going to go off paper a little bit. So the inside, they're squares, but I'm going to stamp them on the diagonal because that's kind of how you're going to read it. So I'm going to do that. Good Looking, which is in the same Blackberry Bliss on the same stamp set. It's called Amazing Phrases. So my point's up here, and I want you to be able to read it that way. And I'm just going to stamp a couple little of the bathing suits. We'll go this way. Just so it's not all white. I always never know what angle to do this one at. All right, so that's the inside. So I'm going to set that aside. And then the other one I'm actually going to leave blank. Some of them, I did Happy Birthday. I'll find it. I did one that's just said Happy Birthday on there too. And just make sure you stamp it on, so the point is straight up because you don't want it crooked. Okay, so we're going to do this explosion part. Move those out of the way. So I have a different color than this one. And I actually could show you. I have a few different patterns. These are all from the same pack of that same paper. And so they all work together with this color combo. That's actually where I took the colors from, was from the paper. And so you can use any paper that you have. So what I did was, when I looked on other videos on how to make an explosion card, they all use 6x6 paper, and that's kind of what this looks like, but it's not. And the reason why I made it a little bit smaller is this is my first card I made, and you can kind of see my tips poking out of the card. I guess you can't see them quite as much that way, so maybe it's where my score line was, but I didn't want you to see the tips. So this one is kind of flat. So what I did was I just made this a hair smaller than 6x6. So it's 5 15/16. So I just took a 16th off, so square. So you can try it with 6x6, or you can try it just kind of taking a little bit edge off, and then you don't have to worry about it poking through. So how we're gonna, this is just really easy folding, just with our hands. So I'm gonna take this side and match this to this side. And I want to look at the pattern I want to see. So where's this one? This is the one with the blue. So I want to look at that pattern. So I'm looking at it, and now I'm going to fold it edge to edge. I don't have my bone folder with me right now, but a ruler works just fine. And I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go top to bottom, or bottom to top, however you fold it. Just the opposite direction. Again, I'm going to crease it. The creases do help. Okay, so I folded it this way, and I folded it this way. So now I'm going to flip it over to the kind of the wrong side, and now I'm going to do tip to tip. I'm going to do that just once. That tip. And I'm going to crease it here. So then when I open it up, you can kind of see if I pull these two that don't have that fold tight, it folds automatically, and that's kind of what I want it to do. So it's going to fold in this way. And if for some reason you're having trouble, and I did my first time I did it, just know that where the two diagonal scores are, just kind of pinch them together and bring them in. And this is what you want. This is how we're going to put it into the card. But before we do that, I think I'm going to, we'll just put our card, the front together. So I tend to use my thumbnail when I score, and then sometimes I see a little line, so I always flip mine over. I don't know if you've ever noticed that in my videos. I don't always use a bone folder. I tend to use my fingernail. All right, so I'm just going to glue this onto this one. It goes this way. And this is just a smidge bigger. It's just going to be a really small border. I think I just made it 1/8 of an inch bigger when I cut instead of the usual 1/4 inch. Fits right in there. I'm just going to pat it. I'm not going to rub it. Don't want to jeopardize smudging. And I'll just put this on the front. Like that. I actually like how there's a thick border. Meant to pat. Okay. So now we're going to put our inside in. So I have it folded. It's going to open up this way. And we're going to just place it like that. So I think when I made that first one, it poked out. I either didn't put this tip right up to the fold. You just want to make sure that you can fold it. Or I just made mine a little big. So I'm going to put glue on the bottom. But cutting it at 5 1/15, 16 seems to fix that problem. And I'm just going to eyeball it, center it, make sure that shuts, and then press down. And I'm going to put glue on the top and just close it. And when you open it, I just think it's like magic. So you could have put these on first. I didn't in case I did it upside down. So now I'm just going to glue these in. And again, I'm just going to leave this one blank because I'm not sure if I'm going to use this for birthday, if I want to use it for another occasion. I can always stamp in it later. So there we go. Isn't that cool? So remember I stamped an extra bathing suit. So what I'm going to do is just cut that out. There are no dies and no punches for this set. Just your trusty old scissors. But I find it's pretty easy cutting. So I tend to leave a thin white border around what I'm cutting, so you can kind of see a little white border. I also just move my paper rather than my scissors. So see, I'm just rotating the paper, my left hand, my right hand staying in the same spot this whole time. And that tends to make it easier. Like that. So I'm going to use dimensionals just to pop it up. I'm just going to place it right on top of that bathing suit. I'm going to add a few gems. And these are, I don't even know if these gems are still current or not, but it's kind of the beauty of, I'm just going to copy what I did. The gems is, they are all the same colors, right? Stampin' Up! Colors, so you just use what you have. All right, so there we go. There is my explosion card. There's the other color. Actually, this is that third color I did. I don't know how to keep them open so you can see. And then this one I left, I didn't cut out a bathing suit. There's no gems, so it's just flat and simple, which is fine. So you have a little variety in there. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you like this. I hope you try it with papers you have at home. Or if you want to copy this exactly, I will post all the colors and supplies that I used on my blog at mailsomethingpretty.com. Thank you very much. If you like it, don't forget to give me a thumbs up or a heart, and be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you know when I upload videos, which is every week. All right, have a great day. Thank you. I'm Christine Josty of Mail Something Pretty. Bye-bye.